For years, I swore that new Jeeps were the enemy, that I'd never want to own one or even remotely consider owning one. But one day, the opportunity to drive and get to know one for a week fell in my lap. Let's just say, everything changed after that. Good morning, everybody on Mountain Crawlers. I hope you're all doing excellent. We are up here in the beautiful mountains of northern Idaho near Coeur d'Alene, visiting our best friends up here that live up here. But we are renting this beautiful Rubicon JT Gladiator for this trip. And they have a Gladiator from my buddy's dealership back there. And we are going to go explore this trail called Moon Pass. Now, as all of you know that follow the channel, I'm an XJ guy through and through, but we're giving this Gladiator to test because we're doing a trial run to see if my wife wants a newer Jeep. She's been driving a Corolla for the last 9 years, huh, babe? Yep. And she needs an upgraded vehicle, so we're giving these Jeeps a little test to see what we like, see what type of new vehicle she wants. And having a lot of fun. Are you having fun in Idaho, Brax?
Yeah. Do you love Idaho? Yeah.
It's fall time here, so you guys will see some beautiful colors, and we're gonna go hit the trail. This is Moon Pass, just outside of Wallace, Idaho. So beautiful up here. Guys, this is my best friend, Justin. Up? He has never been on the channel yet because he is over 1,200, 1,300 miles away from us.
Little ways for sure.
But like I said, we're here visiting him and his amazing wife, and they have a 1-year-old. And we've just been hanging out the last week, testing this Jeep out. This is actually the first kind of trail we're gonna hit with it. It's not a hard trail by any means. I don't want to tear up a rental. But yeah.
Should be gorgeous. Moon Pass, lots of fall leaves changing right now.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Following a river. It's an old train track.
Yeah,
so
we'll go through some tunnels. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So we'll see you guys on the trail. I've driven some JLs at work and never worked on a JT though. Sorry, the seatbelt is crying at us. We gotta put our belts on. But man, these things, aside from that seatbelt, of course, these things are actually pretty simple like an older Jeep. You know, I like that the seats are manual and a lot of other features are manual, and there's no like lane assist or cruise control assist. It's all still kind of old school, but with some newer touches like a touchscreen, cool HUD display, and all your HVAC stuff's pretty simple.
Yeah.
This Rubicon has the lockers, of course, sway bar disconnect, and auxiliary light switches. I don't know why those were on, but that Jeep behind us is an Overland edition as well. So the Overland is cool because it comes with Dana 44s already, just no lockers like a Rubicon. And it even has the aux switches and all the same interior basically. So that Jeep is lifted a little bit already. It got traded into Justin's dealership a week ago. So yeah, we're just testing this Jeep out to see if we like it as well as a potential mom car for Sydney and an Overlander for us, which that means my XJ becomes more of a wheeler, which I'm okay with. So you guys, XJs are not going anywhere on the channel. We're still going to build several of them. And as some of you might know, we're building the Atlas Jeep here soon at the shop. and my Jeep's gonna get cut up some more. But this will be part of the Overland series for the channel. So a little bit of a Rocklander. This thing is definitely better than Sydney's Corolla for sure. You liking it, bud?
Yeah.
Good. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the Corolla, but it's starting to become too small for our family. I can't imagine having more than one kid in that car in the future. The Gladiator is a great candidate to comfortably haul our family around, plus, with it having the capability to off-road and explore is a major bonus for what we like to do as a family. Never a new Jeep guy, but I kind of like this thing.
Yeah, me too. I love it.
If I were to get one of these, being an XJ guy, you know, you can't ever go wrong with the 4.0, but 4.0 is not around anymore. So they have the 3-liter diesel, the 2.0 turbo, I believe it's 2.0, and then the 3.6 or the Hemi. The Hemi ones are definitely not an option because they are too expensive for my pocketbook. So I'd probably go with the 3.6 just because it's been out for 12-ish years and I've worked on them. They're fairly easy engine to work on, not hard to fix, you know. Probably the cheapest one to fix, I would say. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of any of the new Jeep engines, but if I had to buy one, the 3.6 is probably what I would get personally. This one, this Rubicon we are in right now, is the 3-liter diesel, and yeah, they run great when they're running. I've seen too many issues with the 3-liter diesel in the Grand Cherokees and the Dodge pickups. For my liking, I don't want to have experiences with one if I were to buy a Jeep with one and be stranded in the middle of nowhere. Plus, they're a pain in the butt to fix, so yeah, we'll see. I think if we do buy one, it'll be a 3.6. So up here in Idaho, there is a tree called a tamarack tree, and it looks like a spruce tree, but they actually turn yellow like the aspens and then brown in the wintertime. You think they're dead in the wintertime. Very cool tree. And as you can see, they're all starting to turn yellow right now. One of my favorite trees. They're super cool. You can just see yellow scattered in the mountainside with normal green spruce and pine trees. Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Do you like this Jeep?
Yeah.
How is it compared to Daddy's Jeep?
It's awesome.
It's awesome?
Yeah.
Is Daddy's Jeep awesome too, or no?
Yeah.
It is? That's good. I'm glad you still like Daddy's Jeep. The Gladiator back seat definitely has some more room than my XJ. When we mount him in the back of the XJ, we got to put him in the middle or else his legs won't clear the seats. So that is nice. You can fit more than one kid in a Gladiator. However, my buddy Toby fits 3 kids in 3 car seats in the back of the XJ, and it is a tight fit, but I don't know how he does it. It's pretty wild. It's like playing Tetris with car seats. much quieter than my XJ.
That's for sure.
I also have I also have a MagnaFlow muffler and a bunch of rattly panels, so this thing is nice and quiet. Would be a perfect mom car for Sid, I think.
Yeah, it's almost as quiet as my car.
What do you guys think? If we were to purchase one of these, would you want to see a Gladiator build series on the channel? Like I said, the XJ's not going anywhere, but my wife does need a new vehicle, and the Gladiator seems kind of cool. Stopped by this beautiful river for lunch here. Haven't hit the train track tunnels yet, but I'm sure they're right down the road from here. We have something to tell you guys, because we've been fibbing to you about this white Jeep. We actually own it. So we bought it 2 days ago from Justin, who is a salesman at Knudsen Chevrolet in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And I've always told him the only time I'll buy a financed vehicle is if it's from him. So this is the second one I've ever bought from him. However, this thing is pretty awesome. Let me show you it. So this is our 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Don't mind this ugly angry grill. When we get it back to Arizona, that is the first thing that is going to go. And it's going to get a normal grill and a normal bumper. Patagonias are going to go too. It's going to probably get some 37s. This thing is pretty sweet though. 3.6 liter, 8-speed automatic. Going to be Sydney's Jeep. You excited?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, it's got leather, heated seats. The heated steering wheel is going to be super nice when you're getting the doors off and the top off.
Look at you being the salesman you are.
Trying to extend that doors off season.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah.
Thing is the Overland Edition, which means Dana 44 axles, not Rubicon with the locker, but I can put lockers in these axles and they'll hold up like a Rubicon. I later found out that all Gladiators have Dana 44s from the factory. unlike their Wrangler counterpart that only has Dana 44's front and rear if it is Rubicon. It's already got a lift kit with Falcon shocks, adjustable track bar. Haven't dug too much into the thing yet because we're far from home, but I'm going to get it on the rack and get it home and see what else I can do to it. It doesn't leak a single drop, and this thing is ready to rock and roll after the Angry Girl's off, of course. But we flew up here to rent that Gladiator, and we liked it so much, we're like, well, let's take a look at what Justin's got at his dealership. It's a Chevy dealer, so of course they only had 2 Gladiators in their used department, but basically we saw this one, it was the right price, and fell in love with it. I'm an XJ guy still, and I'll always be an XJ guy, but my wife needs something better.
The funny thing is I was wanting a 4Runner so bad, but I actually like the look of this better than a 4Runner.
Some of you might say that we made a bad decision by not getting a 4Runner, but I am not a Toyota guy, so I'm happy my wife is driving a Jeep like me now.
It's gonna be fun. She's
been driving a Corolla for the last 9 years, so it's nice to have her have a 4-wheel drive and a type of mom car, but it is also going to be our overlanding rig, and we're going to build it for that. So
yeah, my Corolla
it's going to be
pretty beat up.
Yeah, her Corolla is getting old, so it's got to go. I'm going to, of course, build plenty of XJs on the channel, but we're also going to build this Gladiator for an overland experience, so you guys will see that on the channel too. And yeah, we're just real excited to get this thing home. It's got to stay up here in Idaho for 3 weeks until we can fly back and drive it home.
Did you tell him about the grill?
Yeah, that grill's the first thing to go.
I kind of hate it.
Yeah, but what a beautiful spot to stop for lunch, though. Miss these mountains so much. One day we'll probably move back here permanently, to be honest, because Idaho is amazing, and so are the people. Justin told me to tell you guys that Idaho sucks, don't move here. So the reason why we're driving this Rubicon and not the white Gladiator is simply because the Rubicon is rented in my wife's name, and she has to ride in it the whole time, no matter who's driving. That's part of the policy. So our friends are driving our Gladiator, which we're totally cool with, and it gives them an experience in a Gladiator because they've been thinking about getting one possibly. And yeah, we'll be able to enjoy this baby in 3 weeks when we get it home. Now I know some of you are going to think that we made a poor decision on a newer vehicle, and I'm sure some of you will think it's a great decision. But at the end of the day, it is only up to us what makes us happy in life. So don't get too bent out of shape if we bought something you don't particularly like. Remember, I used to not like these newer Jeeps myself either, but opinions change all the time. Tunnels are so cool. Imagine a train coming through here years ago. Very cool. It's quiet in here. Got some stalactites or something growing on the roof. Stalagmites or stalactites, I don't know what those are called. Like what they grow in caves though. imagine years ago when this train was here, that horn blaring through the tunnel. That would have been a cool sight.
Oh yeah.
And also a terrifying one if you were stuck in the tunnel. Reminds me of those Wild West movies where they're trying to get out of whatever situation they're in before the train comes and runs them over. Was that a cool tunnel?
Yeah.
Awesome. Every tunnel seemed to have its own style of engineering. Some have concrete walls throughout the whole length of the tunnel, and others being pure rock walls. Then some had a mixture of both concrete and rock. Probably a good 20 degrees cooler in those tunnels. Sing it. Alright guys, we made it to the little town of Avery, over Moon Pass, from Wallace, Idaho to Avery, Idaho. This video was more to showcase the new Gladiator that's going to be on the channel here in the very near future. And then, of course, the rental Rubicon, very nice rig. But, hope you guys like my best friend Justin. Wish he could be in more videos, but, you know, when you're 1,300 miles away, it's kind of hard. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video. I hope you not like the new rig for the channel. Of course, like I said, XJs aren't going anywhere. Still going to be the main part of the channel too, but this is a side project. You guys have a great time, and we'll see you on the next one. Later. So a little backstory on this guy, how we became best friends, is he hit me up one day about over 10 years ago, probably.
It's been a little while.
To lift his XJ, believe it or not. And just escalated from there. Ended up getting rid of that XJ, getting a TJ, having that thing for years. And yeah, we wheeled all over the place. Now he doesn't even have a Jeep. He has a Chevrolet.
Hard to put a car seat in the back of the TJ, man. It's snug back there.
How you liking the JT though?
I think he's fitting pretty good.
His name's Justin Tucker, so it's only fitting to be Justin Tucker's JT, right?
JT's JT.
JT's JT. I think he needs a JT.
Just maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, hopefully he'll be sending me pictures of his own personal one here soon. But we got to fly back in 3 weeks to get our JT from his house. And we got to drive through Utah, and you guys know what that might mean. We'll see. Might make a stop in Moab. Hit a trail or two. We got tow recovery points on this thing, but no winch, so we'll see. And it's got to make it home in one piece, but
at least you got the Angry Bird bumper, so
the Angry Bird
you'll be
bumper.
just fine.
Hey, yeah, that'll save us. But who knows? Maybe we'll make a video on that here soon.
Bye.